welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name is Alexis and I post 2 videos a week on a Tuesday and a Thursday at 7 AM. So if you love a recipe video like this one and you want to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And now I'm going to share with you 3 of my favourite smoothie recipes. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you 3 of my favourite smoothie recipes. I love a smoothie and I really enjoy having them for breakfast or as a snack as well. They make a brilliant breakfast and a really great snack, and they're really quick and easy as well. And I have made quite a few recipes over the years and I thought I would share 3 of my favourites with you today. The best part about this recipe is you only need 3 ingredients and that is it. It is literally that simple. So what I've got here is about 200 mils of oat milk. You can use any type of milk you want to, but I'm just going to pour the oat milk into my blender. And then in this bowl here I have apricots. So I've got 4 dried apricots. And I actually soak these in water before I'm going to put them into the blender. They digest easier if you soak them in water, so they're much better for our bodies if we soak them before we eat them. So I'm going to put these into the food processor now as well, or the blender, sorry. And then I've also got about 2 teaspoons of almond butter as well. Excuse fingers, I'm just going to pop that in. And the almond butter makes it really smooth and creamy as well, so that's why I put that in. And now all I'm going to do is blend these ingredients together. So I've blended all of my ingredients until they are smooth, and it should just look simply like that. And now all I'm going to do is pour this into a glass and take a well-deserved sip, I'd say. That is really yummy. For this recipe, I'm going to be using a whole banana. So I'm just going to peel this banana and I'm going to put this into my blender. So I'm just going to break it up like so and put it in the blender. And then I have some pumpkin seeds that I'm going to add in as well. So I'm going to add in probably about a tablespoon, I'd say, to the blender as well. And then I'm also going to add in some chia seeds to this as well. So I've got, again, probably about a tablespoon of chia seeds, and I'm also going to add in some flaxseed as well. In the original recipe I think I probably said to use ground flaxseed, but it doesn't matter too much, to be honest with you. So that's probably about a tablespoon there. And then I'm going to add in some ground sweet cinnamon as well. So I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of ground sweet cinnamon. And then I'm also going to add in some ground ginger. So in the original recipe I said you could use ground ginger, or you could use an inch piece of ginger if you wanted to, fresh ginger. Unfortunately I don't have any fresh ginger, so I'm just going to use ground. And I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of ground ginger in as well. So 1 and 2. And ginger and chestnuts go really well together as well. I've also got a handful of spinach here as well. So I'm going to put that in. I need to get some raspberries, but I'm going to put in my ginger puree. So for this, what I did was I got a packet of chestnuts, I roasted them off and then I let them cool, and I just basically I put them in the blender and I added a bit of water. You could add a bit of milk as well, and I just blended them, and I've just got some chestnut puree here. You could put in whole chestnuts if you want to as well, you don't have to blend them up. So I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of chestnut puree in, excuse me. And then I'm also going to add some milk to this as well, and I'm going to go and get some raspberries as well. I've forgotten the raspberries, so I'm just going to add the milk in, and I think I said to use about 300 mils of milk as well. The chestnut puree, I think it would probably be about 3 tablespoons. If you're using whole chestnuts, I'd use about 3 tablespoons of whole chestnuts if I was you. So I'm just going to go get some more milk and some raspberries, and then I'm going to add in probably about a handful of raspberries, I'd say, and then I'm also going to add in a little bit of milk as well. So I'm going to add in some more milk. My milk seems to have died. I'm just going to grab another one. Hang on a minute. So, right, I'm going to add in a little bit more milk. As I said, you need about 300 mils of milk. So I'm just going to add that in. And then I'm going to blend all of these ingredients together. All of the ingredients together until they are smooth, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into a bowl that I can store in the fridge, a bowl that has a lid that I'm going to store in the fridge, and then I shall cook this off tomorrow morning. I transferred the smoothie to a bowl with a lid, and I've left it in the fridge overnight. And for those of you who are wondering why I leave it in the fridge overnight, nuts and seeds tend to digest easier in the body when you soak them overnight. So I always like to soak the nuts and seeds that I eat for breakfast in the morning. And as they're in a smoothie, they're soaking naturally anyway. And this is a great way to digest them as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to heat the smoothie up. So I'm going to pour it into my saucepan like so. I'm just going to try and get everything out like that. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to heat through the smoothie. Heated the smoothie until it is warm, and I can see there's steam coming off it, so I know that it's all warmed up. So I'm going to transfer to this to a bowl, and I'm going to have my breakfast. As you can see, I've just transferred this to a bowl, and I've just made it look a bit prettier by adding a few more seeds around the outside and then some frozen raspberries there as well. And that, my friends, is my breakfast done. As I just mentioned, today I'm going to be making my choc cherry and lavender smoothie. Now this recipe is so simple to do, and the weather is so hot in the UK at the moment that I don't fancy my normal breakfast, which is normally porridge of some kind. I really fancy a smoothie first thing in the morning. I fancy something cold and quite refreshing. It's been very hot at night here, which is quite unusual for this time of year, so I always wake up quite thirsty. So this I thought would be perfect for my breakfast tomorrow, and I thought while I was making it I'd share the recipe with you. So here is how to make my delicious choc cherry and lavender smoothie. So the first thing I'm going to do for this recipe is actually to pour in my milk. My food processor instructions, or blender, sorry, my blender instructions said to pour in the milk first, or the liquid into the bottom first. So I'm probably going to pour about 300 mils of liquid into this. If I need any more, then I will add it later on. And then I'm going to start just to put my ingredients in. So I've got one handful of cherries here. These are frozen cherries, but you can use fresh if you want to. So I'm going to put those in. And then I've also got myself a banana as well. So I'm just going to peel the banana and put this in as well. I do love adding banana to smoothies because I think it makes it a lot thicker. So yes, I'm just going to add the banana in. I'm just going to break it up roughly with my hands and put it in. And then I'm going to add in half of an avocado as well. I also love to add avocado to smoothies as well. So I'm just going to add that in. And then I am going to add in my dry ingredients now. So in the original recipe it said to use Brazil nuts. But unfortunately I don't have any Brazil nuts, but I do have some walnuts. So I'm just going to put in a small handful of walnuts, like so. And then I'm also going to put in 1 tablespoon of flaxseed as well. And then I've got some raw cacao powder here. You can use cocoa powder if you want to, but raw cacao powder will do the same job really. So will cocoa powder. I just use cocoa powder, raw cacao powder, sorry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 medjool dates into this, and I'm just going to break them up and remove the stone from them. You can use dates from the supermarket. We buy these from Costco in really big packets. So we always have dates in the fridge, and we always like to buy the ones from Costco because they are the cheapest in the UK as well. And then I'm going to put in a handful of kale as well. And then I'm going to add some sweet cinnamon. So I'm just going to add a teaspoon of ground sweet cinnamon. And then I've also got some avocado oil that I'm going to add in as well. In the original recipe I did say to use flaxseed oil, but I haven't got any, so I thought avocado oil would be good. And also I think I said to use hemp seeds, but as I didn't have any hemp seeds, I'm actually using flax seeds. I'm doing well today, aren't I? And then I'm going to add in a tablespoon of local honey. Most of the ingredients I do have. If I can open this jar, that is. Oh, there you go. That was quite hard to open. So I'm going to add in a tablespoon of local honey as well. We like to buy local honey. There is no scientific evidence, but I do think it's much better for the body. And it's a really good antiseptic as well. It's great in winter and in summer too. So yes, that is everything apart from the lavender. So I bought myself some lavender plants for the back garden this week. And I've just picked some lavender fresh off the plants. So I'm going to put 3 stalks of lavender into this. Now it might seem a bit weird, but it is absolutely delicious, I promise you. And it is so yummy. And it's really good for the body as well. So now what I'm going to do is blend all of these ingredients together. Blending my smoothie, and it is smooth, strangely. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour this into a glass. Oh, I can smell the lavender and the chocolate, it smells delicious. And I'm just going to try a little bit before tomorrow morning. That's really good. I'm really looking forward to that in the morning now. That's how you make my 3 delicious smoothie recipes, and those recipes I will link in the description box below for you. But for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye!